I'm
Not
feeding you.
happening.
I'm I'm feeding you. Look, right now, we started off with breakfast, right? And we have some snacks in between, but y'all about to get the meal right now. Right now. Now, I don't know if Lambo said, look, I need to take a break, but I'm just going off of intuition. I'm looking for my man, LamboDrew, my friend, my brother, my mentor, coach, and leader in this industry to show up and give us that amazing energy that you bring all the time.
The
Mr.
king of the
Johnson,
chicken wing.
the floor is
Man,
yours, sir.
man, really, really, really appreciate you, man. Coach, definitely. You get that Lambo bell, Coach. Shout out to Coach Rashid for putting this all together for all of us. That's my brother from another mother, man. Coach Rashid, man, who is doing this thing. Man, look, Coach, I'm really been excited. You've been dropping bombs left and right on here, man. I don't know if I can follow behind it. Between you and Brandon Adams, man, we should just close it up right now and walk on off and start executing and running plays. You guys do not need Lambo up here at this point. But it is truly an honor, man, today, man, to have everybody in the chats. I see so many people. I see Maurice Menfee. You got him out there going on ahead and doing his thing and controlling the wonderful show and co-hosting. See my guy Keith Lakeman in the building, man. Shout out to you, man, all the way in Canada. Larry Keith is in the building. My guy Murph is in the building, man. Don is in the building. Kennard Haney's in the building. Isidro's in the building. Everybody, listen. If I miss your name, I didn't even see Frenchie in the building. What the world is French doing on here on this show today, man?
Hey, I got something for you.
What was French doing on here? If French is on here, we might as well bring my guy Wagner Lewis Charles on here too, because those two run hand in hand, man. But shout out to everybody, Blue Sky, everybody all in the chat, man. Loving seeing you guys' energy, and definitely you guys are bringing it. I promise y'all, I'm gonna be quick on here because Brandon Adams then already in the show Lambo, man, at this Core 4 event. I got 20 minutes. I'm gonna get this 20 minutes, y'all. I promise y'all. We're going to make it happen. I've been working on this, y'all. Tell me how I do after this, all right? So, listen, I'm really, really, really ecstatic about it. Hopefully, everybody's enjoying their 2024. You guys have got definitely your vision boards out. You guys got a plan out, some sort of strategy out to help get you to the next level. And we're getting ready to help you get to that next level this morning. We're going to try. So, y'all make sure I keep a timekeeper on me, man. Let me know if I'm getting ready to run. Look, I know Master Smith, he already like, look, don't worry about it, Mr. Johnson, I got you. We getting ready to go ahead and make sure that we get you guys to the next level, and I'm going to break out an amazing presentation for you guys in just a moment. So look, let's see this, man. Let's see what we can do. We can make some things happen for you guys. Actually, I want to share this one instead.
If you start hearing your theme music, you know.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm not even going there with you, man. All right.
Dancing off again.
So here we go. I don't know what's going on. All right, y'all. So this is definitely, man, me, as you guys understand. And I'm going to talk about, man, properly structuring, man, your business credit, but also go and get the bag. At the end of this year, we talked about so much stuff. At the end of last year, we was talking about what we're getting ready to do, the successes that we had, the failures that we had. Again, that does not take you out of the equation. And literally take you out of the equation for your 2024, man, of you actually not being able to run some plays. We're going to talk about that, how you can go ahead and structure this thing up the right way, man, especially for your 2024. Again, most people, man, when they come to you, man, based off of a couple different things, right? They come to you based off of, hey, Lambo, I want to get some funding, right? But have you properly structured it up? What is funding? We're going to talk about that. Funding can come in many different ways, right? You have vendor funding, right? Vendor funding is no more than funding that a company gives you, like maybe you're with Best Buy or maybe you're with Ace Hardware. Most of the time they're Quill, Uline, or one of the other Net 30 vendor accounts, right? Vendor funding is good. That's good to start out with. But if you really want to get a bag in 2024, you do not want to do vendor funding. Perfectly fine to begin to start making some moves. But if you want to make power moves, You want to get down to the very next level of that. You want to start really putting credit cards that are actually on your file, or you want to start putting corporate lines of credit. Something that sticks, something that has a history, something that had more value than what we actually do have with just net 30s, net 15s, net 60s, net 55 accounts that are being on your credit report, right? Now we also got bank funding loans. Bank funding loans are just loans that people can actually get, right? When it comes down to, hey, they extended you a $5,000 line of credit, $5,000 loan. They want you to pay it back within the terms. That gets reported on your credit too as well. That's amazing, but that is not where the bag is. You guys will probably keep asking me, Lambo, show me where the bag is. Show me exactly how I can get into some of these plays that Coach Rashid is talking about, that Brandon Adams is talking about. What could I actually do to get to that bag? I'm glad you asked, right? There are a few other things that you can possibly do when you actually trying to start getting larger lines of funding. You can go to your banks, you can go to your credit unions and go ask for their corporate lines of credit. Corporate lines of credit are usually larger, more bigger merchant capital lines, right? These capital lines may range from anywhere between 25,000 and can range as high as $5 million. For those and everything who do know, we had a wonderful, famous person who just bought a wonderful social media platform, maybe about a year or so ago, by the name of Elon Musk, right? Do you guys remember what the banks extended him for his corporate line of credit? Coach Rashid, do you remember that number? You don't remember that number? Anybody out there remember that number? Put it in the chats. That Elon Musk went and got from the banks as a corporate line of credit to go ahead and buy the infamous Twitter. Well, now it's called X now, right? They got some other stuff that he got. Put it in the chats, man, if y'all know how much was that corporate line that Elon Musk went and got from the banks and went and got it. No. It was a little bit more than that. 100 million, people said that. 4 billion, keep on going. Let me know what was it. What was that actual number? There we go. Somebody is in there. It was exactly $44 billion he went and got to purchase Twitter and purchase all of its existing content as well. So when we ask, how big is corporate credit? How much can we get for corporate credit, right? Elon Musk bought and got extended over $40 billion worth of corporate credit. And then he started piecing it off. You get 4 billion here, you get 6 billion here, you get 10 billion here. The reason why he did that, he understood the power of what he could do by a single tweet, by a single act of going on social media. And that's exactly what you guys need to understand about your businesses. Some of you guys are having LLCs and corporations and businesses out. And if you're on the fence figuring out, is that me? Guess what? 10 to 1, if you're on this call, you are definitely going to be a business owner if you are not currently one now. Now, the thing about it is how do you become a successful business owner? A lot of people are faced and strapped with a lot of the different things, man, because they may not have cash flow running through the business. You don't actually need physical cash flow to run through the business. There are ways that we can show you how to maneuver cash flow to run through your business. But first, the business has to be set up the right way. And a lot of people don't understand when banks want to give you money, banks want to see you're set up and structured the right way. Do you have the right EIN, right? Do you got the right corporation? Some of these things, most people don't understand that if it's not structured the right way, if your SIC code is different, and the SIC code is just no more than a risk code that your business industry is in, that either tells you whether you're a high risk, low risk, or medium risk for you to get funding, or a default business that the likes of you're going to be defaulting within the next 6 months, the next 12 months, the next 2 years, next 3 years. And if your industry is registered in your SIC number, and all you have to do is type it up, type up your SIC code, the same one that you registered with the state or the Secretary of State, you will find your SIC code in there that they have actually put towards your business. Now you can actually get that on your navreport.com. You can go to nav.com and go pull that up too as well for your business and see exactly where they have ranked your business with the risk factor of your business, right? We're here to really be able to help you guys get the right funding, right? Now here, a lot of people say, well, Lambo, should I do a nonprofit? Should I do a foundation? Should I do a C Corp? Should I do an S Corp? Should I do me just a plain LLC? What should I do? My answer to you is what it is that you really want to accomplish. What is your goals? Are your goals just to be in business? Again, just to be in business? Or is your goals to be in business to be profitable and get some funding to leverage your business? And if it is that question to leverage your business, you want to go on the heavier side. You want to stay away from the nonprofits, right? No disrespect. You want to stay away from the sole proprietorships. Stay away from that. Banks want to see you in at least a minimum of an LLC. That's fine to structure an LLC to start. And I have a lot of people say, well, Lambo, I've heard these mixed things. We were out there at the Core 4 event in December, right? And then people started saying, well, hey, you don't want to get your LLC. You want to structure yourself in a C corporation or an S corporation. My question to you, do you know exactly why businesses are structured in S corporation or C corporations? Again, one corporation is great because you actually have a capital gains tax. The other corporation is great because it's an umbrella that many other corporations can flow underneath and actually has the wonderful ability to act as a foundation, to act as a nonprofit, to act as an LLC, to act as an S Corp, to act as a sole prop. That right there is what we call a C Corp. Most of the times, people have the wrong corporations and it's structured totally differently to whatever your business needs are. We are here to help get you the right business needs. If you need help, reach out. We're going to have all that information after the show, but reach out. Not just that, I got a wonderful gift that really help you out after the end of the show so you guys can actually see, what do I need to do, Lambo? Where do I need to go? It's all based on your needs at the end of the day. Not only that, number two, do you have the right address? Is it a home address? Is it a business address? Do you have a suite number on your home attached to it? There's a lot of people don't understand that you can use a home address, and I truly get it. There's a lot of people, man, out in the YouTube world, they're saying to themselves, hey, don't use a home address because of X, Y, and Z. Can I tell you something? Since COVID, more offices have been based out of a person's home address than they have been based out of a brick and mortar address or even a virtual address. So the banks now has switched their lending criteria to actually funding from home addresses. But you have to attach a suite number to it, right? So if you're gonna have a room, like say Coach Rashid, he's in his office right now, give your office a suite number, right? So it can be the same address, but hey, I'm gonna put suite 101 or suite 102 or suite 103. What that does is that gives the ability to the underwriter team that Coach Rashid has allocated his home office as a private entity of its own. It's not connected to the rest of the house. Not just that, he can actually file taxes totally separate because he does have a home address and because he has allocated that suite address as a 101, 102, 103 within his home. Now he can actually write off certain things within his office for his business. He can actually write off his bathroom in his home for his business. He can actually write off a part of his hallway that he walks up and down every day for his business. These are all things you can write off if you understand the power of your business. Again, the structure of knowing the knowledge of being able to move you forward in this next season of your life, it's gonna definitely take you to be around some of the right coaches. We're gonna have all of that information to you. I have a video. My good friend Ronnie Lambeth came on the show and broke down everything that I just said verbatim so that you can actually take full advantage of that. Do you know that you can write off your kids as actual employees and get tax credits for it? I'm gonna ring the bell myself. Coach, you ain't gotta do nothing. I'm gonna ring the bell myself. Lambo gonna ring it himself. And you can get tax credits for your kids as employees, not just dependents. This is the power of being able to have education, even though you're operating out of your own home, even though you're operating out of your own entity, but still being able to have those tax resources that are available for you. Do you know that in your business name, once we get all of these points structured right, we get your business phone line, right? We get your business email. We get you an online presence, right? Once we get all of these things in order, now the banks are seeing you deemed ready for funding. And at that point, most people don't understand you can go get a business vehicle in your name, in the business name. Do you understand that if you get the business vehicle in your name, it depending on the vehicle and the size, some of y'all need to think big in 2024. Some of y'all have been saying to yourself, oh, Lambo, I see people are rolling big and they're doing big things. I need you to think big too. Because what it is there are certain tax implications for the people out there with the big toys that they drive. And you need to know how to leverage that to use that for your advantage as well. Do you know that the bigger a car is, if it falls over 6,000 pounds, you automatically fall into section 179, meaning that you can write off 100% of that vehicle for that first year. So now when you're thinking about the Escalade now and somebody's rolling down the street with the Escalade, don't be hating on them because they're rolling out there with that Escalade. No, they're rolling in that Escalade probably scotch-free and a full tax write-off. And you're actually still out there, well, I got my vehicle. I'm fine with my vehicle. No, go get you an Escalade too. Or you want to go get you a nice Yukon XL. Or you want to go get you a nice G-Wagon truck. There are so many things that are designed to fall within that category that allows you to get the tax write-off that your business is actually now rolling, right? A rolling advertisement. And then you can stick some stickers on the side of your truck. Now you got another paid advertisement and another write-off because stickers are probably on the side of your vehicle. Now you're advertising your business. But also when they see you pull up, most people are asking what it is that you do. Most of the time people drive vehicles, right? Not because it fits their budget when you get to the next level. They drive vehicles because they're conversation starters. If I go to Canada and I pull up to Keith's house right now, I say, hey, Keith, come on out. Let's go, Keith. We pulling up. We going to the dealership. We rolling, Keith. I'm out there and I'm saying, Keith, we rolling. Let me know if you want some stickers or you want this thing wrapped. Because we getting ready to not only be driving in a free vehicle, but we're also getting ready to be driving with tax benefits and making money because there are companies that will pay you to actually advertise on those vehicles as well. Why not make the money from the same thing that you're doing with your business or with other businesses that you can have these tax write-offs for? Structuring the business allows you to get so many different levels to your life, and it opens up the door, but it has to be structured the right way. Again, what type of corporation you want? Structure that. Get your EIN. The EIN takes 10 minutes on the website. You can go to irs.gov and get you an EIN. It takes you 10 minutes to actually do that. After you have already started your Secretary of State for your filing of your business, wherever that is, right? Sometimes they're asking people now to go in the office or submit paperwork to do it. So not everything is online where it once was a year, 2 years ago. So I'm saying this to you. Go ahead, Master Murphy. What your hand is up for?
No, I was just going to add on to that. Hopefully it's helpful. Here in Minnesota, I have 3 different businesses. I have 2 LLCs and a S Corp. Actually, we've grown enough now. So what I've learned is, and you talk about this a lot as well, is those relationships. So what happens is if you send it online, you have to wait for somebody to print it out. And then after they print it out, it might sit on their desk for a couple of weeks, depending on what's going on. You know, government employees, they work in a different space time. Okay, we'll just leave that alone. Right.
Yeah.
So the next thing is when I go to that counter and I strike up that conversation with the person working at the desk. And, oh, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, I want to get this done. I can't tell you how many times they've stamped it right there in front of me, gave me my receipt. They say you get, and I'll get it back in less than a week.
Facts.
So that's some truth. So don't be afraid to go to that counter and have that pleasant conversation with them, because they get slammed with negativity all day long. You go in there and be nice to them for 5 minutes. It's going to expedite your whole process, guaranteed.
But now, Master Biffy, you're talking about this play because how did you run this play? Who told you about this play like this, Master Biffy?
It was Mr. LamboDrew himself.
Who said this about this play? Right.
Say it one more time.
I can't go ahead and hear you. I'm having a hearing aid problem right now. Let me go ahead.
Let me turn my volume down. Help you out.
Turn your volume down a little bit, man. I got to turn my hearing aid up a little bit. It was
absolutely Mr. Chicken Wing himself, the truth. He set my wallet free. I guarantee it. Listen to the man.
Shout out to you, Master Memphis, for that. Thank you for the co-signing for me for that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but not just that, man. Can I say this to y'all? It's my team around me that helps me. Master Memphis on my line. It's my team around me that helps.
No. He hooked me up with the finance guy, Tim. He hooked me up with the accountant, Kelvin. So yeah, I'm in a completely different space than I was a year ago.
So again, I get a lot of people. Thank you for that, Master Biffy. You're a hard nut to crack at times, but you're all right with me, Master Biffy. You're all right with me, Maurice. Listen, what it is that most people, man, again, and I'm getting ready to give something to you. Most people, they get to a point where they're always trying to figure out, how is this stuff structured? Where do I structure it? Should I structure it the right way? Can I tell you something? You will win 100% of the time if you actually structure it 100% of the time the right way. What happens is we don't structure the setup the right way. Shout out to my guy, Steve Nike. Steve Nike says success is in the setup. And if you don't set it up the right way the first time, I promise you, you're going to have some hiccups along the way. And now the banks and everything, man, are going to be going back and forth. Should we lend to you? They only see black and white, honestly. I'm going to be real with you. They only see black and white. And if I can show you guys how to go ahead and eliminate that and speed that process up, we can show you guys how to get directly to the money. Now, I gave you guys a quick breakdown of how that actually works, right? But let me give you guys something else that's just is phenomenal and amazing of what happens. Look, I just went on ahead and here we go. Let me exit out of this and let me pull this up. Look at this, you guys. We're going to do some real life stuff that's going on. Y'all got a little time, right? We're going to get some real life stuff that's going on because I really want y'all to see this, right?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
I want y'all to see what we do and how we do this. How do we speed somebody's up? Why do they call me Lambo, right? Why do they call my team Lambo? It's because of this right here. This is a client score, right? We pull their experience score. We got the full name, everything else. It doesn't matter and everything, man. They've allowed for us to share this. When this client started with us and our team, they literally had $0 going across their business reports. So I suggest anybody go to nav.com, go pull your report, find out what's on there, find out what's reporting, what's not reporting. 90% of the business vendors do not report. So I want you guys to understand, if 90% do not report, what are the 10% that do report? Hey, Lambo and his team definitely has that if you need it. Don't worry about it. I got a book. I'm going to share that with you guys at the very end. You guys can definitely have that free gift for Lambo. All right? When you do actually have something that reports and start reporting, you start building what they call as a risk score. This risk score from Experian, 90% of all business funding goes through Experian Business. 90%. Small 10% is divided between Equifax, Dun & Bradstreet, and SBFE, which is a small business financial exchange. 90% of all your business funding will be done through Experian. So if you go look up your Experian business score and it does not look like this, and your risk factor may be a 0 out of 100 or a 10 out of 100 or a 20 out of 100 or 40 out of 100, you are in trouble. But there is something so significant about this. This couple started with us 6 months ago, right? They started building first the net 30 weight, right? There is 4 accounts reporting on this profile, right? For those and everything who know how to read these, I'm pretty sure, especially if you work with me, you do know how to read these. Net 30 accounts are no more than just an account that you actually get with Grain, Q-Line, Granger, one of those other ones, and they report your balances every single month. They show net 30 on the report with the balance of $200. Now, Coach Rashid, Keith, Murph, Master Memphis, Sidro, if I was at the banks, right, and you guys came to me and said, hey, you guys, I have a business, it's been thriving, I would love to go on ahead and see if I can get $250,000 from your banking institution. And I only had this $200 net 30 on there. Would you believe that the banks would lend you money, fellas? Give me an honest no. I want to hear from all y'all. I don't know, hey man, an answer I like one time. Honest or no answer. Would you believe the banks would give you money off of $200?
Nope.
Why?
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
You don't have any credit.
You don't have any what?
You don't have any credit.
Keith, what you say? I want to hear your answer.
I would agree with Coach. Yeah, seems like you don't have any credit.
You don't have any credit. Murph, where you at? I don't hear Murph on here, man. He probably somewhere in the back, posed up in a Versace robe somewhere, man. But you don't have any credit for the banks to really go ahead and say, we need comparable lines for us to be able to lend for you. The biggest thing in credit that we miss is comparable lines. So when we look at the $200 balance, it's like, oh my gosh, they got a net 30 here. That's amazing. But will the banks lend you money? If you're looking for 200,000, do you believe they're going to lend you 200,000? No. Let's go to the next one. Look at this. Trade account number 2. This one is a little better. We got a recent high credit of what? $34,000 on here. This is one that we put on here as my team. This is the very first one. And then they came back and they said, well, Lambo, oh my gosh, this is good. Only part about this is business credit works 2 ways, all right? Look at the report, date reported, which is 11/01, and look at the date of last activity, which is right underneath there. What does that say? NA, non-available. What does the one in the packaging say? 11/1/2023. Right? Date of last activity, 10/1/2023. What does that say? That's only a month of reporting. Banks want to see you having some history. Now, when the credit said, the clients came back and said, well, Lambo, we really want to try to get $200,000 in funding. I said, well, you got to go get some big lines. What we have is what we call a reassessment of debt lines. There's only about 2% of the people out here are really doing what we can do. And they're saying that we can do what we do. So they came back to us the very next month and ordered this very next line on trade account number 3. Now, look at your recent high credit on this one. What does that say, everyone? That's $160,000 we got reported on their line. The date of last activity, that's the opening date, right? 8/1/2021. That's got history to it. The date of reported date, 11/1/2023. This is almost 2.5 years of history reporting on this business file. When the banks go to look at this and they ask for $200,000, Coach Rashid and Keith and Maurice, do you think that they're going to go ahead and lend to them now? I can't hear nothing. Y'all on mute. Who's on mute? Who's going to speak first?
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Do you think they're going to lend to them now?
Yeah, they got some history
Yeah,
now.
I agree.
What? Because they got history and they got what?
They got money.
They
Some
got
credit.
money, comparable credit.
Yep.
So combined together from the 160 and the 34,000, there's over 194,000, almost $200,000, which is this right here of high credit score that you guys see in this box right here. Banks want to see numbers in black and white. Can I tell you that within 6 months of working with this couple, they went at the very end of the year and went and bought their food truck for $250,000. They were denied 7 months later, 7 months before working with us. Not just that, they were able to go get access of funding because of this within 7 months. Can I say something to you guys? It doesn't take long to get you to your destination. It just takes the right people to allow you to get to your destination. That's what we are here for, to allow you to speed up the process to get to your destination, but get there the right way, right? Now, I'm gonna share something else with y'all. Again, they got it. They had another little line. This is another business service line. That's like a NAV report that you may get for, $49 a month. That was zero. Just off of these two lines alone, they were able to go get their dreams that they have been trying to get for the last 4 years. 6 months. This is what happens when you understand information and you can apply it and back it up and not just talk about it. We're able to perform that. These lines with history minus the lines with no history to it is the effect that I want to bring most of you guys out here to. Some people who say, oh, well, Lambo, we can report lines, right? And we did 2 different explanations. We wanted them to see 2 different vendors. This line has no history to it, but it has an available balance to it. That line right there won't get you no funding. But this line with the history of 2.5 years, the banks turn their heads and ready to give you some funding. So when people say that they can do stuff, we know who's reporting the right way, who's reporting the wrong way, who really controls the lines so you guys can get real funding and real money, or who the banks are going to turn away at this point. We want to see you guys win all 2024 long. I'm serious. I don't want to see you guys get suckered into things that you guys have heard on YouTube or heard through this person or heard through that person. We really want to show you a real bag. Now, y'all want to see a higher bag than that? Look, let's go. Don't worry. I'm glad you asked and everything. Lambo got something just for y'all. So y'all stay right there, right? So we're just going to go ahead and let's switch right on over to this next one right here. Let me know if y'all see this. Love this. I love this group. I'm gonna be my best, right? But try to be my best. If not, we're gonna be in trouble. All right, so let's go here. Look at this. This one right here. Most people don't even know what this report is. Some people, man, who have actually been around me have never ever seen this report. They've never ever seen this report. They don't know what the banks actually look at. We know what the banks go look for. This right here is called a Moody and Qatar report. A Moody and Qatar report is what the banks actually lend to you on the backside, right? Similar to FICO and Vantage 3.0. This is your FICO score for lending. When this crew came to us, they had $0 right here for total spend. Their grade was an E, and I can prove it right down here from a past risk review. Look at this. This bureau was pulled on 12/29/22. What is their risk performance right here, coach? 0 to 29, right? You see the red?
Yep,
0
yep.
to 29 is their score. That's literally the year before. They couldn't get anything with this. So that's why the banks were kept denying them for business credit. What we were able to do, 1% of the people can do this, is to add $600,000 with history and move their score from an E to a B, which allowed them to be able to get funding with just this one score of a little over $800,000 for this one client.
Wow.
You know how much this line costs to put on? 1% of the line.
Wow.
$6,000, they were able to go and get $800,000 from a 1% of this line being put up on this score. Everything changed in their risk factor and their Moody and Qatar score and went all the way up. There's a lot of people who have never pulled this. I today would challenge anyone to go to Qatar.com and go pull your Moody and Qatar score, right? Please go pull it, because I really want you to win in 2024. We were able to move their risk factor to a grade B. Now, this client actually came back after they got the funding, and I don't think I have the updated one, but we were able to move them to an A, because they're at a 706 here. They got to a 740 on this one.
Ooh.
This is what happens when most people don't know what they are doing. They get out there, they say, hey, I'm doing business credit, I'm doing it the right way, or I'm doing it what I'm learning on YouTube. We don't do just YouTube. We do what we do the best, because we are ready to help you guys out and learn at that level. Now, for you guys are saying, well, Lambo, you put 600,000 on here. Look at this. Not only that, we were able to raise their sales range from 1 million to 5 million with 5 to 10 employees to report on there as well for them. So their level of range of salary went up, but also their credit score went up, because now they went from a 0 history of spending to over 600,000 history of spending within less than 2 months. This reported on their file.
Wow.
Here we go. One more thing. I promise y'all, I'm gonna leave you alone after this, right? I'm gonna leave you alone after this. Can y'all see this screen that I just went on ahead and shared?
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all see this? Y'all see this next one? This client right here came to us. They say, Lambo, could y'all do $1 million? I say, yes, we can do it. They say, man, listen, I want $2 million. We turned around and we got them $2 million reported on their personal credit. On their business credit within less than 45 days. Again, access to knowledge. And most people don't know what it is to access the knowledge. This is a business, right? I'm trying to tell you, this is a business that came to us, had no credit at all. And in 45 days, over $2 million was placed on their file because of what we were able to do. This client not only went got the dream car of their dreams, they went got a Rolls Royce. This is what we call running the play. Not only did they go get the Rolls Royce, they went also purchase a jet, a King Air 200. Not only did they purchase the jet, they went and got them some business funding. Y'all ready to hear the number? $1.4 million. My question to you guys today, are you ready to go to the next level? What did the next level look like? How do you guys can do this? We've been doing this. We've been performing at this pace. So when coach is talking to you guys about certain levels to get to, you can do this too. Yeah. But it all starts at the very small, minute of things, right? So maybe you want to go ahead and say, Lambo, you know what? Guess what? I get all that. I understand that. You guys are doing some amazing things. but that's not where I'm at financially. Don't worry about it. Lambo got you. I got you, right? If it's personal credit, I'm giving you guys these 6 dispute letters, free, my free gift. You can go down this. I literally wrote this book. I wrote these letters. This is LamboDrew. You can go in here and you can dispute. It shows you how the dispute actually works, to start removing those negative items from your personal credit report, to start building that score up and getting you in the right way. It shows you exactly the wait period, what to send, what not to send. I have everything out here in blueprint for you. Some of you guys may have never ever worked on your credit. You're scared to look at it. This year in 2024, I need you to look at it. I need you to be more observant and seeing what is there. See what's on. Look, I even got the bureaus. I got their addresses. You don't need anything. You can get out there and mail it off. You can provide all of these things on here on the screen to go ahead and send to them if you need to be, right? And now these are the letters. All you have to do is backspace out all of this other red stuff and then put your information in and then send it off.
Wow.
You put your account number, the account name, you put it in there. You got the day's date, as you see, your social security number, your birthday, your street name and street address, and the Experian that it goes to. I mean, the bureau that it goes to. And guess what? You put it in there and send it off. Look at this. The action requested, please provide proof from writing of this. You got your case number, that type of account. So when it says type of the account, if you want to put capital 1, put capital 1 in there for type of account. Then it's going to have an account number that is next to that. All you have to do is put that account number right here. You guys can fix anyone's credit with this, free. Anyone. Go start doing it. Helping your community out. Go start helping your family out, your loved ones out. And you guys can start going on ahead, man, and disputing this. Look at this. 30 days later, what to do? You send this letter. And then the next round, another 30 days, 45 days, you send this letter, method of verification. Another 30, 45 days go by, you send this letter, no response letter. Then this letter, factual dispute letter. You guys have everything you guys need, this being the most powerful letter of them all. A lot of people don't understand this. A debt validation letter is the most powerful letter. If you get it notarized on top of this, you could send this letter with it being notarized. You have a 75% chance that that negative item will be removed, no matter what it is. Late payment, collections, repo, foreclosure, doesn't matter what it is. You put it in there. You have a 75% chance it's going to get deleted once this letter actually hits the bureaus and gets the information off. I get it. That's personal. But Lambo, you just told me all of this business credit. Glad that you asked that. Let's go to this business credit now. We get ready to go pull this up. Another free gift that Lambo cannot wait to give to you guys. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. I love you guys so much, man. It's my business credit ebook. 90 days to build your business credit. Wow. Say, Lambo, oh my gosh, I'm in there now. It lets you know what clickable things that you can put on here. You know, what your scores, what they're measuring, your business building, for funding and success. What are tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 accounts? How do you actually build business credit fast? You have it all here. Everything that you need is right here. Even what's approving you or not going to approve you. Everything you need even has clickable, and I promise you, y'all not going to see this everywhere, clickable sites you can go to go register that business.
Wow.
At a push of a button. Anything you need on here, you have it. Where to register your LLC? How do you go apply for your EIN? Just click right here on irs.gov. Anything you need, it's a step-by-step. Apply for your DUNS number. Click right here to the website. I made it so simple that you guys don't have to go run around and look for all of this other stuff. It's right there at your fingertips. And you guys can go through this, look through this all you want. Amazing things, setting up business checking accounts, social media accounts, anything you guys need, right, is right here at your fingertips. And we're going to be providing that for you guys, man, at the very end of this broadcast. Listen, I really just want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys because I'm here to help you guys. I want y'all to get to this next level by any means necessary. But I'm showing you free things you can do while you're saying, Lambo, I may not have the finances because I got wrecked in this situation. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. We got all this stuff is free for you. That's my gift for you. Because Coach invited me and I wanted to see you guys win at a whole nother level and dominate at a whole nother level. And for those who are saying, well, Lambo, hey, we want to see how we can get a hold of those reassessment of debt lines. Those are the lines you've seen us posting, 160,000, 600,000, 2 million. Those are lines that me and my team do have access to, but that is for another cost. We'll make sure we give you a stupid discount just because it's you guys. Just because it's you guys. If you guys come referred, and we will make sure that we put you in position. When those lines do come, we all have an in-house financing, right? Where we run you through the process of financing and get funded through our sources on the in-house. We use 4 different people, right? Mostly everybody knows my guy, Tim Roberts, right? Tim Roberts has helped a lot of amazing people. Look, Maurice is lifting up his hands. I know between him and the Sidral and all the rest of them, they're lifting up his hands. If you guys seen, he was just on my show last week, killing the game. We got another Zoom call on Monday, free Zoom call, killing the game. He is one of the ones that definitely has some amazing relationships. Then we got guys that are bigger than him that we can scale your business of funding as high as $80 million. So whatever you need, we are right here. Coach Rashid has everything you guys need right here within the community to scale you guys as high as you want to go. And as long as you want to go, we're definitely going to be here to make sure that your dreams, your visions are carried out and that you are living your best life this year, not next year. Thank you, Coach.
Woo.
Thank you, Coach. I will make sure that they get this information, sending it to your email address. We're going to definitely go on ahead, man, and tap in and change some lives this year. I love you guys. You guys have been amazing. Thanks for me able to share you guys some minutes with you guys, but really show y'all real numbers. Numbers don't lie. People do. But numbers don't lie. And we're able to go ahead and provide that between me and our team to make sure that you win all 2024 and every year after.
Wow. Wow. Woo, man. Yeah, I need some kind of music or something, man. It just, look, all I need is some fire. Somebody, let me know that you guys are still with us. Like, come on, where you at? Where you at? I mean, that was just phenomenal. Thank you so much, man. Lambo always bringing it. Man, look, that was just like way at another level. Look,
well, Coach, I wanted to show you. If your name is Rashid Next Level, well, then let's go to the next level. There is nothing. It's when people start really working with me and they really start partnering, collaborating with me, they're like, oh my God, Lambo, I didn't know you was like that. They just hear me from the YouTube. And then when we start doing deals and start working, I'm like, what it is that you want? Yeah. And you have to ask yourself that in this life, what it is that you want, where it is you're trying to go, where you're trying to take your family. Yeah. And if you're trying to take your family to the next level thinking or next level requirements require for you to be at a next level eternally so you can get to that next level externally. Wow. We're here to make it happen, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Thank you for the time. Thank everyone, man. You guys have been amazing, man. Definitely, I just wanted to share. I told you I was brief. I missed my 20 minutes. Maurice, you should have got me, man. I missed my 20 minutes, but it was power packed in a lot of that presentation at once, right?
That was good stuff. You know what? I'm just glad that at the DC event, man, when they cut you off, then you just needed a platform to finish it off.
Oh yeah, I just need a platform just to go ahead and explain this stuff and get this out to y'all and really show y'all that the stuff works. But my present will be for y'all. I'll make sure Coach actually gets that. He can send that out to each and every single one of y'all, and y'all can start helping y'all family members and people out today with this information. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate each one of y'all, man.
Thank you, man. That was amazing. Look, I don't know about y'all, but at the end of the day, I mean, look, I expect it. So I'm not surprised, but I'm always energized, right? I mean, absolutely energized, because one of the main missions that I talk about, I have for, the community is we got to bring the best, right? If we're going to be the best, if we're going to have, the best programs, we're going to have the best, community, we're going to have the best, outlook, we're going to stay positive. if we are going to drive home that concept, that theme, that idea, that movement, we got to have the best networks. And Lambo is absolutely the best in the network. Brandon Adams in the network. You know, we got, like I said, BOJ, Terrence Pound. You know, these are people that I talked to, that I've, you know, had conversations with, and knowing that you may see something on, and Lambo is spot on. What you see on, I do a YouTube video, you know, Lambo does the leverage show, you know, you see that and you're like, oh, okay, but you don't really know what's going on. Like, we all have a whole lot of different perspectives on how we do business outside of the YouTube. Like, YouTube is just one medium, right? It's just an exposure tool. But what we really do is what we do one-on-one, what we do, you know, with our groups, what we do with our communities. And when we reach out to people that are in our network so that we can support each individual person to get to their dreams and their next level. That's really what you saw today, right? He gave you a peek of what he really does. And then you got Maurice that co-sign, because he is living proof of what Lambo just said. That's powerful. That's powerful. Look, if you need to, I know, like I said, we want to make sure. I don't do a lot of, you know, put the ones in the chats and the fives in the chats. I just be like, look, if you're here to get the information, you're going to pay attention. If you're not, then you're going to miss it. And when you miss it, I can't say it better than my man, Sean Hill. Sean Hill say there ain't no crying in the casino. Look, at the end of the day, this ain't no casino, but don't come later saying, hey, what did he say? No. You were here, I'm here. You're here for a reason. You're here because you want to consume the knowledge, right? If you can't make it, that's cool. We do have a recording, but I'm gonna tell you, this is a long recording. It's gonna take a little while to edit. But at the end of the day, yes, we will support the people that can't make it. You will have an opportunity to review the information. Absolutely. I don't want anybody to miss out on this information. This is so packed. Man, you know what? I'm trying to figure out, you know what, man, we're gonna have to figure out how to, man, we got to charge for this kind of stuff. I mean, Lambo alone, hey, I know. Like, how in the world? Hey, Jack, I see you over there. Thank you for being here. I know you busy today. But I appreciate you popping on, and hopefully you're getting filled up with some of this great lunch that Lambo's laying down. So great information. Everybody, please, you know, make your notes. Make sure that you're ready. You know, because we got a lot more where that came from in the future. All right. So Raul asked a question earlier. What about creating a trust fund? And under that, the C and S Corp or LLC. So Lambo, I don't know if you're still there. If you wanted to speak to that.
Yeah, I will definitely speak to that. So it is actually amazing. So there's two types of, and let's go with this, right? Because it's a long answer and a short answer, but I'm gonna try to go on ahead and bring it the short and the long way around. So there is what you call is a normal veil, right? A regular veil. A veil is no more than just corporations and everything, or trust that you actually put here in the United States, and you can structure your corporate around that trust, right? And put it as a bridge. And corporations, LLCs, doesn't matter. You can put it underneath there. Then there's what they call is a super veil. A super veil is any entity that's outside of the United States that you can actually structure the business with inside, that people usually pay a lot of money for, to be able to go ahead and help protect their LLCs, corporations, businesses, and anything else that they want underneath that entity. So it's just depending on how big you want it, and how small you want it. And it also depends on your budget and what are you actually using to be able to make sure that that particular trust or corporation is not getting either the highest taxes that you're getting taxed on, or you're actually in capital gains tax and everything is in the lowest taxes, and you guys can actually benefit from off. So long answer, short answer, just based up off of that corporation. But whether you want a normal veil or a super veil, it just all depends on you. And veils that's that next level that most people, you won't even hear that from most people, but Lambo giving you guys for that for free. That you guys can actually structure. So when most people have banks, they usually have foreign banks, right? And the foreign banks are like overseas. those banking institutions can be under that umbrella. And most of the time they're under a super veil, and that super veil allows them to actually go ahead and negate a lot of the actual tax liabilities that you would in the United States if you actually had a normal veil with you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Cool. Karen, you got a question?
Hey Lambo, you know I'm gonna mess with you. You know you went 45, 50 minutes, right?
I was trying, man. Listen, I was trying. I really was, y'all. Please.
But it was good. And because I know you're normal, that's really good for you. So here's my quick question, Lambo. Do you also deal with trust? How to set up a trust for your business?
Yes, we do. So we actually have a team that does that sets up the trust for the business or any type of entity like that you actually need. And not just only set up the trust, but structure it the right way. Also, even with foundations. And that's also that catch-22 that a lot of people don't understand of how to be able to structure it the right way. The team actually can do that, and not just that, structure, whether it's a hard asset, like whether it's property or whether you're actually trying to structure 401k or you're actually trying to structure any other settlement in that, you can actually put that as well underneath the trust. It just has to be structured the right way. We have a team that actually can help you with that and take care of that.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
All right, Lambo. Look, I got Timmy. Timmy got a question. Tim, are you?
Oh, yeah, Big Tim.
Yeah, my man out of ATL.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We hear you, man.
All right, I'm driving there, so I can't show my face. Yeah, but look here. You might have talked on this already. It's really good information, though. If you you got a whole policy, $1 million whole policy, and $500,000 already, can you put that up under the trust? How would that work? If you want to get a trust, can you actually implement that too?
Okay, so now the policies are different, right? You can put policies underneath trust, but now also with policies, what are your plans for the policy itself, right? Are you planning on pulling money out of the policy, or you just trying to put the money through the trust, through the policy, just in case something happens, right? As more like an offset of a liability, man. And if something happens, this actually takes care of my family, or this takes care of my business, or this takes care of my corporation, or whatever this is, right? But now, if you're actually having a multiplying settlement or a multiplying policy that's underneath there, you can actually pull money from that. That's what we call the Rockefeller play, right?
Right. That's what I'm planning on doing in the future.
Yep.
There, not right now, maybe 5 years from now.
So that's what that is. That's Tim. That's called a Rockefeller play. So Brandon Adams kind of touched on that earlier about the IULs, right? And exactly what's going on with that. So let me give something to you. Even with that play, you guys do know with the IUL, if you're pulling money out, it is still multiplying at the rate of what you set the policy underneath, right? So if you set the policy underneath 500,000, it's still gaining interest on 500,000, even though you may have taken out 250,000.
I got you. Okay.
So keep that in mind with that. Now, each policy is set up different. Again, we got full teams to take care of that, man. And they do that all day long in their sleep. So yeah, that works. Hope that answers your question, Tim.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that did. Did you put your website link in there in the chat? Your company site. Did you put it in the chat?
Oh, just get with Coach Rashid. That's my guy. Coach,
okay.
He can get a hold of me. He's
all right, my man. All right. Peace and bless.
Right.
Peace and bless.
Same to you, Big Tim. Thank you. Big Don, what's up, man? Talk to me.
Yeah. There he is, man, with the plan. All right. I'll be back, man. Give me a second.
Okay.
Unmuted, man. That's some great information. I've been following Rondy Lambert since he came on your show. The dude is tough, and you have just blown me out the water today with what you putting down. I'm like, my goodness, man.
Yeah, well, he'll be back this month too, y'all. On the 23rd, he's coming back to the show. Y'all hearing it first on Coach Rashid's band broadcast. So he'll be back. So you guys do not want to miss that, man, with my guy comes back, man, to the Leverage Show. Excited about that. And Tuesday, y'all don't want to miss Tuesday, man. Murph is in the building, so we gonna make it happen. But go ahead, Don.
Yeah, the question that I have for you is that the trust and your teams, are they capable of any state? I'm in Alabama. And the reason why I'm asking, I've been looking at trying to get this trust thing situated, you know, and I got the IUL play already going here in January. I make a 41K premium payment. So I got that moving now because I moved, you know, my funds from one place and I got that going, but I want to get a trust and try and plug all of my assets under the trust.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know about the states because that's what I understood is that certain attorneys can only handle certain states, but your team.
That's correct. But again, my team, you have to understand, they are actually licensed and bonded, just depending on where you're at, just about in all 48 states, with the exception of Alaska and Hawaii, just to let you guys know that. But any other state within inside that, man, that's right here, we can go ahead and drive to. Not just that, they have regional branch offices or partners in those states. So even if they don't handle it directly, they'll definitely give you to a referral partner to handle you in that state. So yeah, that's really easy for them.
Okay, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Not a problem, Big Don. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. I just want to know, man, let me ask y'all something, man. I know we wasn't going to talk about it. Nobody don't want to talk about it. I know Coach is definitely going. Is anybody familiar? And I know this is going to go overboard with some people, man, with unincorporated nonprofits. Never heard that term. Okay, so I'm gonna just say this. We don't usually talk about this. I know a lot of people are not going to talk about this or anything else, right? But unincorporated profits are another powerhouse tool that can actually use to leverage yourself from eliminating paying certain type of percentages and taxes as well. There is nobody who is designated over that nonprofit. You just have a managing member that is designated to that. And that's some other things. If you guys want to hear more about that, you want to be tapped into Core 4, and my guy Brandon Adams will definitely talk more about that. And Coach Rashid, we can go ahead and get you that information. So shout out to you guys and everything. That it's another powerful tool to have in your back pocket. Just remember, LamboDrew talked about it, man, on here about unincorporated nonprofits. That'll definitely help you guys out in leveraging yourself a whole nother level. Thank you, Coach.
Woo! Look, y'all gonna wear him out.
Oh, brother, I got plenty of information. They ain't got to worry about that. But for the spec of time and people on here, man, you already know Lambo gonna go on ahead and do a different direction. Thank you, Coach, for that.
Thank you. No, that's good information. Like I said, we will definitely have access
Coach,
to information. Yeah,
Coach.
no, Tim, go ahead.
I'm sorry about that. I got one more question for Lambo. Hey, what about, you might have mentioned this too, because I've been in and out. We've been on here all day. I've been in and out. I caught most of what you said. What about 401k? Can that go up on the moving money out of your 401k, putting it up on the trust? Is that possible?
Oh man, I got listen, y'all. We actually have teams, and this is the God honest truth. People can't do this. You're trying to move 401k, 403bs, or any type of retirement that you have left a job or left some sort of entity. You can actually move it without the taxes.
Wow.
There is ways you can do it. Come get with me and my team. We can show you how to do it and move it without the taxes that are attached to it. Where most of the time they're going to tax you if you try to pull for that 401k and pull it out. There are ways you can move that and move it legally. And it only takes us a couple of strokes of a documentation, going to your bank and actually presenting that documentation, and they can actually go ahead and move that money into your accounts or whatever account that you actually choose to.
Nice. Wow.
All right. Coach, take back over the show because I don't want to go ahead. Raul did ask a question and everything, man. I'm going to answer this one last question, and I promise you and everything. Do you manage also glowed accounts and private placement platforms with MT103s and MT799? So, long to short answer of that, technically, Lambo just has connections that were in there, right? Do we actually do I personally manage that? No. That Lambo does not know how to do that. That is what you call a trade desk deal, right? Trade desk deals are known on the private sector of things. That's 5% of the people who really know how to do that. But we can put you into the right percent. 95% of those trade desk deals are frauds out there. And especially they bring them to people here in the United States, and then they allow them to kind of talk language that kind of goes over people's head, but they're actually fraudulent accounts, man. And we actually sad part about it is we did have an account this weekend that a lot of people got wrecked into, and some people, man, who were some amazing people, just got themselves and everything wrecked. And I went and I told people what to ask for. There's two type of things you need to ask for. And my last information, coach, and I'm gone. Two types of things you need to ask for in those deals. Ask for a QIB report. That's a qualifying investor buyer's report. Qualifying investor buying report, right? If there's any trade desk deal, they must produce a QIB report. And then the second report for any trade desk deal is a CPA. That's a commodities pool advisory report, right? The CPA, a commodities pool advisory report. The commodities pool advisory report you can take to your attorney, and your attorney must sign off on that so you can get back into the right private placement platform. Without those two documents, it is a fraud, and you're definitely getting ready to get wrecked. Woo. I've helped save people millions of dollars just based off of that. I've had people who flew to Colorado, met with me for 45 minutes. I told them, I looked over the contracts, told them exactly what they were going to do, hop back on the plane, push the check across the table and say, here, thank you. And they saved literally almost $200 million. So when people ask you, why are you one of the best? It's because we're being put into some of the best places to really help people and help them out to save money or make money in the right way. And without those two things in place, again, Raul, man, again, the deal is fraudulent, and you can walk away from the table and save your money and help a lot of people save their money. And we know right now, this weekend, there's a lot of people got wrecked because of that deal that some people were actually in, and it just wrecked them. It is what it is. All right, Coach, thank you so much for this, man. A lot of information. There we go. Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, oh my gosh. Woo, man. I'm just trying to, get back on track, man, with all that good stuff. Bishop's on his fifth closing, and I'm here for it. Blue Sky is always in the house. Blue Sky, I got an answer for you. So you mentioned expound on the pros and cons of using a blockchain email address. Well, one, most people aren't, really expanding that far out. There are ways to encrypt your emails through a variety of, Outlook or Gmail. They have where you just communicate directly with the person that's on the other end of that email. You give them a code or something like this, and that person's the only one that can use that code, open it up, and read that email. So there's a level of encryption. Is it 100% tight? Not really. The blockchain is set up as decentralized, set up as distributed, set up as, multiple strings of data. So a lot of people think of blockchain and crypto as one. They're not. We just know that whoever the Satoshi guy is decided to utilize blockchain and created an actual digital currency from that, basically in the form of cryptology, and encrypted that into what we call Bitcoin, and which is the mother or father of cryptocurrency. But the blockchain, setting the crypto side, move it out of the way, is a distributed, pieces distributed. That's why it's called a chain, distributed ledger of data transfer. Not money transfer, it's data transfer. So blockchain is more suited for encrypting an email than it is for actual moving money. It's very weird. I know it's weird, but it's true. But what is digital currency? It's data. There's no greenbacks running through the internet. It's just data, right? We've always had digital currency in the form of, credit cards, Zelle, WhatsApp. That's all digital currency, but it's not cryptocurrency. So when we're talking about an actual blockchain email, why would you want to have one? because of the level of encryption and the security. So if you want a very high level of security and you have the capacity or the resource to get a blockchain email address, then if you need that level of security and you want that level of security, then you're going to get the encryption from, sender all the way to receiver. So that's the advantage of having a blockchain email address, right? Like I said, most of us aren't out there, doing that, but I've seen a couple of things happening. One, and I'm going to talk about, well, I'm not going to really talk about it, but one example is with Humanity Protocol, then they're creating an avenue on the decentralization side of it, which is, really what blockchain and all that ushered in peer-to-peer, where you can use your username to do all of those things. So you can use your username to send a message encrypted. You can use your username to actually send funds and receive funds. So they're actually ushering in something that we haven't really seen yet with that decentralization piece on the blockchain, sending, currency back and forth, as well as messaging back and forth and on a secure level and a distributed level. So really powerful stuff that's coming in through a lot of different avenues, but you are able to do that. And it's just a more encrypted way to move data back and forth. All right, so with that being said, let's get busy.